Hello gang, welcome to the channel, and today we're going through the new update and what new there is in the game. And the main thing, in my opinion, on this update, which underperforming generally, the update is underperforming. It's not that big of an update. Everyone hates it at the moment. But yeah, the big deal and the thing that has made already players drop the game is team up collection. And team up collection feels to be a really big deal, but in the same time a long-term goal for veterans. So before I go through and explain one by one, I have an example from a dude, Pedro, that has already 40%. He already maxed out. So potentially in 2 days you can max out this thing. But for 99.9% of the people playing this game, this is a really long-term, like it was P cards and crafted CTPs. It was when it introduced, you know, people was hated, people was doing, you know, boycott, people was saying that I'm not gonna make my cards. But yes, in my opinion, it's exactly the same thing. But before we go and explain myself and show you the best way to utilize the uniforms that you already have, the best, you know, options you can go, what you should pick up, I want you to make sure that you have smashed the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and let me know down below in the comments what's your team collection levels. You know, as you can see here, for me, let's move a bit the game. It's like 5 out of 10 of Midnight of Suns, Sinister 6 and X-Force, and I haven't spent anything to buy uniforms at the moment. That's the thing I did without even buying anything or without even doing anything. 5 out of 10, 2 out of 10 and 2 out of 10. So let me know down below in the comments what's your stats here right now. And also something I haven't mentioned recently, which is our Discord. Down below in the comments, it's an invitation for our Discord. In our Discord, there are multiple things that you can do. There is, you know, tokens that you can come, go there, talk to others, ask for advice, give advice, help them with GBR, drop, you know, Mythic Rifts. Now Mythic Rifts, it's again a trend, you know, after all these dispatches for the craft event. So you can come here, join our Discord server, get yourself some carry on GBR, give a carry to others. There are multiple, as you can see here, people dropping Mythic Rifts daily, more than 50 or 60 Mythic Rifts daily. There is more than 700 people help you for PvP, help you for ABX, ABL. There are bots there from more awesome moderators. You can see whatever you're gonna pick, there is a bot answering you what's the best deal for every single day. And generally you can get yourself a nice company of people. You know, there is, as you can see, a lot of people here that you can come and ask for advice, give advice. And also the token event that is giving away crystal coupon every second Sunday, and in this Sunday, 1 day from now, you are able to win yourself a crystal coupon through a raffle ticket events like lottery, or if you are up in the leaderboard and you can pick yourself, you know, you can take yourself a crystal coupon or get a thank in my video. So that was it. Let's go into the team up collection and the new wits to burn in this game. Yeah, it's the new wits to burn. So let's start vice versa. Let's go into the maximum value that this team up collection can actually give you. And there is a live example right now in the game. There is a dude, Pedro, or MPKB. This is two different accounts actually, but he has a YouTube channel that he's introducing every single time what crazy things he's doing. And what crazy thing he did this time, he actually managed to go through stage 99 of Mephisto and clear it with 32 seconds left. This is stage 99 of Mephisto. And this is stage of Ultron 95, and this is 76 of this is 76, I think, from Kang. So he has actually 40% already all attack, and this is the maximum. 10% pierce, 7.5 damage to villain, and 7.5 damage to alien, I think, and 5% energy attack. This is for his characters. So with all this, you're able to do this crazy damage, and the difference, it's not that big. If you see here, he managed to clear 95 of Ultron into 36 seconds, and previously he was clearing on 65 seconds. So the difference, it's like he cut the time in half with 10% pierce and 40% all attack. But this is something that only this dude did at the moment. There is no one else in the game having that. So yeah, like it was with the cards, you know, when the cards came into the game, most people like me also didn't have the opportunity to build the new system, you know. So we went slowly and we took our cards, premium cards crafted, and we had our time to make it, and there is no problem with that. This dude went crazy and complete everything here. I guess he bought something also from the shop to do that. I'm not sure how much this thing costed, but generally speaking, it's a slow progress thing that you need to do, you know, day by day. Every time there is a sale event on your uniforms, you can come here and pick up uniforms for your favorite group. In my opinion, you should focus on one group, the group that you like the most. And Midnight Suns, it's some characters that they're really useful, but it's only like Moon Knight and Doctor Strange, and perhaps you know, Ghost Rider, which is coming. So in my opinion, depending on what tier 4 you have on your account, you should focus on building specific team collection. So in my case, you know, I have tier 4 here, Moon Knight. From the Sinister 6, I don't think I have anyone tier 4, but for Sinister 6, the good characters to invest on, you know, and see if you have them to and build your Sinister 6 team up collection, it's in my opinion Doctor Strange, Dr. Octopus. Actually, here as you can see, Dr. Octopus is one of the best characters for ABL and ABX. So if you already have your tier 4 Dr. Octopus, you can invest on this team up collection and build your stats even more for the specific type of group Sinister 6. Venom and Green Goblin are also meta characters and really nice characters. So if you have tier 4 Venom, you can take advantage of that too. And in the last place, it's not like the worst, but it's third in a row. It's Cable, Storm, and Wolverine. And Pedro at the moment, I feel like he did that first. He did all the X-Force quest, and he had his Cable overbuilt. That's why he was able to do all these miracles. So yeah, in my opinion, you should invest on a specific type of group depending on the tier 4s you already had or the tier 4s you want to build in the future. At the moment, I feel like all three got similar value, and perhaps here Cable and Storm has a lot of value for PvE, but there is Wolverine also for PvP. Here, as I told you, Venom, it's kind of really big deal, but in the same time, Dr. Octopus, it's the most important character here. And for Midnight Suns, there is like Doctor Strange, there is like Moon Knight, there is like a Ghost Rider. So depending on what you actually need the most. So because I already had the uniform, I went through and built a bit my Midnight Suns account here, and I'm gonna show you what I managed to pick up here. I can't remember what was the first thing. Actually, you know what? I have it. Okay, no, I have done for everything. But as you can see here, the point with this quest is for you to have all these uniforms. You know, at the moment for X-Force, you need to have 3 different Wolverines and 2 different X-23. So the game tells you actually to go back in the uniforms that you never bought. And as you can see here, perhaps I am a whale, but I don't have a lot of uniforms, and all these Wolverines, it's here. I don't have these Wolverines, so if I want to build on this, yes, there is not a lot of uniforms I'm missing, but one example is Vulture, the Wolverines. I think I don't have also, no, I have X-23, and yeah, I'm not gonna rush on it. I'm not gonna rush on it. It's not a big deal at the moment. I mean, you don't compete anyone else who has this unless you are at the top 16 of ABX like I am. But I feel like even at the top 16, there is not a lot of people that are going to invest on this system right now. Everyone is going to wait until Black Friday to have their opportunity to buy some cheap uniforms, and the best way actually to build these stats is the one that I told you from Pedro, you know, having the 40% all attack, the 10% pierce, and an easy way to go here and explain you is this. You can see all the effects. The effects is exactly the same whatever team up you're going to use, you know, the Sinister Six, the X-Force, or the Midnight Suns. The buffs are exactly the same. And how the system works, you're coming actually here, you're unlocking these quests. Here I think it was having all of these characters tier 2 at least or something. So if you have the characters tier 2, you can come here and pick yourself and buff. You're coming here and picking one of these 2 buffs. You have to pick the buff. Here it's the energy defense, here's the physical defense. In my opinion, both are pretty similar. Energy attack, energy defense could help you the most. And there is 10 level, as you can see. The whole 10 level cost like 4 million, 4.6 million. It's a lot of gold, but in the same time it's something that you are investing only once. So as soon as I press this, let's pick up let's pick up the energy defense. Doesn't really matter in my opinion. So because I picked this up, I'm getting some tokens. So you're coming here now and you're picking the energy defense and you're saying apply option. So now all my Midnight Suns going to have 7.5% energy defense in their stats. So yeah, that's it. That's all at the moment. And you're getting 7.5 as the maximum and 0.8 at the minimum. So for the second buff, depending on what you need, you know, do you need the dodge? If you have a lot of characters with rages and you can't cap dodge, I guess that could be nice to invest on, but ignore dodge is the best for PvE and PvP in my opinion. Your 7.5 ignore dodge is a really nice buff because you can't actually find ignore dodge in the game every other place than your CTP or 3% ignore dodge from the card set collection or strikers. So 7.5 ignore dodge gonna help you all the time with Null, with Ultron, and generally with World Boss Legend that need the ignore dodge, but in the same time gonna help you for PvP against characters like Spider-Man and everyone who has high dodge generally. So I'm going to pick up this thing again. I'm getting again some collection tokens and I'm going to apply the buff I just bought here, and now I have also 7.5% ignore dodge. For the second thing, it's the resist thing, and if you have this thing here, applies to human allies. Okay, this is kind of tricky. As you can see here, it's not applied only to Midnight Suns, it's applied also to all human allies. And if Thor was a human, you know, you could get the lightning resist here and make his artifact even better and give him even more damage with this thing here. But at the moment, I can't really see the huge value here. Whatever I'm gonna pick something just for the lols, and Let's get the fire resist because Jean Grey is a pain to kill, and perhaps I'm gonna utilize some of these characters. So here, yes, I picked up the fire resist. Of course, you can come here and change option if you buy the other buff. You know, if I change my mind, doesn't really matter. The system is not punishing you. You know, you don't have to pay crystals to swap something. So it's better than the cards that if you equip a card, you need to pay to unequip and stuff like that. So if I change my mind and I go into cold resist or writing resist, or here go to dodge, I can do it really easy. The only thing you need to do is to buy again the buff in the max value, but 5% fire resist, you know, it's not a big deal. So yeah, I have already picked here my options, and the one here, it's damage against alien. A lot of World Boss Legend are alien right now, so this is helpful. 7.5 against the World Boss Legend. Actually, it's all alien except Mephisto and Jean Grey. Perhaps Ultron also. But yeah. And the other thing you're getting here, it's damage against boss types, damage against supervillain, and damage against superhero. So this is the one that you could actually invest in having some, like, and swapping. You know, if you are playing PvP and you're seeing a lot of supervillain, you can swap into the buff against supervillain or the buff against superhero. But generally speaking, the damage against boss type feel to be the best to go and pick yourself, because it's gonna help you, you know, for ABX, ABL, GBR, World Boss Legend. It's super useful. The rest are more for PvP. So the ones that I haven't unlocked yet, it's mind resist, poison resist, same thing as the fire resist, you know. Another buff for boss types here, as you can see, you can get another 7.5, so in total it's 15% damage against boss types. And the other things that you can come here and pick up, it's extra instinct. So you can have your tier 4 performing even better on the specific characters of Midnight Suns. You can have all resist also, or instinct defense. All feels cool. I mean, it's not something that it's going to increase your account a lot, but it's really cool. After that, you have lighting, cold, or fire damage. This is really interesting. You know, you can skyrocket the elemental damage type characters like Thor, like Storm, and generally everyone that Jean Grey also. And here, as the last one, is a general increase on physical damage or energy attack or all elements. And this percentage is, you know, it's 0.5, but when you go into the maximum, it's like 7.5 again. So that's the deal. It's not a huge buff, you know, generally in the game. If you consider that it's only like 3 tier 4 and 3 and 3, it's like 8 tier 4 actually, 8 tier 4 that getting in total these buffs. And these tier 4s are not PvP, except Wolverine, the rest are not PvP. So you're not competing daily against this problem. But after you do that, and after you collect your tokens, you're coming here and you're upgrading this thing here. And this thing, it's a sink of tokens. You can spend multiple tokens and not upgrade that. And every time you're upgrading it, you're getting an extra level and layer on your damage and your peers. So at the moment, it's not a big deal. I have it level 3. If I press that, I have 90% chance to get it done. So I'm collecting these tokens through these things here. As more as I unlock, the more I'm going to get. So a smart strategy for someone that wants to increase his all attack and he want to increase everything really fast is to come here, spend gold actually, buy all these buffs and collect tokens. So for starters, you need to spend multiple gold and buy all these buffs. Look at this. It's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. I can potentially spend like all my gold. I have 100 million right now. I can spend like 30 million here. I can go to the other team collection and spend more and gather more tokens and go crazy on this. But at the moment, you know, I don't feel like there is anything to... I don't feel like my Moon Knight or the other characters are going to skyrocket their performance, so I don't need it to do that. And let's go to continue. We have 9%, 90% chance here. So I increase my all attack with 5% for my Moon Knight. To be honest, it's lame for me. I'm not using Moon Knight that much. I'm just doing it for the video, and probably I'm gonna drop that and I'm gonna go again in a couple of months probably, because at the moment I don't feel like I need it. I don't feel like anyone needs it except Pedro, of course, that he wants to be at the #1 ranking on the World Boss Legend, or generally for people competing in ABX and ABL. But for ABX and ABL, in the same time, only Moon Knight is going to get a buff and probably is going to pass you know, my Black Panther. So this is not in my favor, the fact that Moon Knight is going to be better than Black Panther again. Dr. Octopus here is going to get an effect from him, you know, from this. Storm and Cable also. So it's only 4 characters that they are usable for ABX and ABL, and believe me, they don't have a lot of stages to say that, oh my god, what we're going to do. If you keep being in the top 16 of ABX and ABL, you're gonna keep being there even if you don't have the effects. My effects in total, it's only for Midnight Suns, and I took a 5% all attack, some ignore dodge, and yes, at the moment feels lame, but all these are going to stack up, and in the end of when I'm gonna end up with my Midnight Suns and all this stuff, I'm gonna have a big increase. So in my opinion, chill out. I'm seeing people stop playing the game because they believe that now the game is paywall. After the P cards, after the swords, after the CTPs, now they figure out that the game is paywall. And yes, guys, the game is... if you pay, you can get yourself easier through all these systems. But even if you don't, you know, I'm not gonna pay for it. I'm going to buy in Black Friday some uniforms to get myself some better stats for Midnight Suns, I guess. But that's all. I'm not gonna go crazy. There is people went already crazy, as you saw there. So yes, thank you, Pedro, and everyone who is buying all these tokens and this shit to make the game keeps going and keeps being alive, and we can play as free to play or low spenders, you know. So yes, that's my point of view, that's my review on the system, on team up collection. I hope I helped you decide what you're going to do with your team up. I hope I helped you decide, you know, actually I hope I chill you out and make you understand that this has huge value from the one point of view, Pedro's point of view, from the other point of view. Life keeps on, you know, the game is still there. We just need to farm. You don't really need to spend on this thing. Just let it be, and it's gonna take you time, but in 1 year from now you're gonna say, oh, it's that this thing is not that important. Yeah, that was it. I hope I helped you. See you into the next. Kisses in your faces.